To the new MLC-6 rough country 6-switch controller. What's going on, guys? We're back in the garage again. I feel like that's all we do is garage work anymore, but we'll get out there and we'll get some wheeling. What we got today is rough country 6-switch light controller. 6 different switch, or 2 different sets of rock lights, and then I've got my locker, compressor, and well, that's it. So rear locker, compressor, rock light. I have a couple extra switches, but let's go ahead and get this started. And so what you need is a 10mm, a T20 Torx, a Phillips screwdriver, a T25 Torx. First thing I'm going to do is take the sun visor off, and it is a T20. Next step is to pull the trim piece down until you expose the footman's loop here. And there's 2 T25s here that you're going to take out. But now that we've got this out, we're going to have to do some trimming here. But first, so when you get your new switch panel in and you have a 2009 or newer, your bracket is located on the back of the switch mount. The 2007, 2008 come in the box. The 09 Plus is actually on the bracket. I looked for it, couldn't find it, and contacted Rough Country. And then, yeah, right here it is, already assembled. I actually need to take this off. This is where you're going to want to kind of mark your footman loop on how much you need to trim. I don't have any kind of body saw or anything like that, so I'm just going to cut it with an electric knife. Just take your time. We'll go test fit it and see how it looks. So it fits nice and well. Snap the passenger side in. The driver's side leave loose because we're going to run a cable back behind there. Plug your switch in. There's only one way you can do it. And then we're going to snake this cable up through here. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the way this looks up here. You know, if you go top off, all that stuff's exposed. So I'm not sure really what they were thinking about that. I didn't see anything in the instructions about it. So I'm gonna put my shade back on. It goes through the loop, and then we'll get to moving down to under the hood. So here comes the more difficult part for me, because I have the rock hard cage. I've got to take this back plastic piece off, fish it down, and then it's got to get fished down through here. That doesn't come off very easily. Definitely not easy enough for me to want to do it for this job. It's not a very large plug, so that's going to help. So getting the cable through here pretty much sucked. I got a coat hanger down through, come out from the bottom, hooked it up and pulled it through. Hopefully it's in a good spot and it won't hurt anything. Alright, so now that I've got all the wiring out of the way from my previous relay job and switches job, got relay here, some wiring. So I went ahead and mounted this, which is the next step, but for me, my setup's a little different. I got my anti-lock brake system, which is higher now because my coilovers, which I've had to reroute my wire loom here. I've moved some wires around here. Yours most likely will not look like that, but it's going to be very similar. Okay, now it's time to actually start wiring this thing up. Lettering is pretty small on here. Switch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is number 6 here. But you don't want, or I don't want, the rocker switches to be lighted all the time. It'll be just a power drain. So they include this little whip that runs along your red power cable. The instructions are to cut the red wire here and then splice it into the little red whip over there. It's going to go over to a fuse box, or go over to your fuse panel. So over here at the fuse box, you want to locate fuse M6. And it looks like this 20 amp fuse right here. And I'm going to add this in place, like so. Put that out there. All right, we need to trim a little bit away right there. Now you've got a wire here that we can tie into the wire off the battery. Alright, so I stopped recording and just kind of went to work. I had a lot of wiring cleanup that I had to do from old wiring job, and I really didn't want to show you all that mess. So because I had to take the dash apart, pull cables through, everything like that. I had multiple wires running across the back here. Now it's nice and clean. I got wire loom coming across, the positive negative battery cable coming across to the new MLC-6 Rough Country 6 switch controller. It's pretty clean. I would like to clean this here up a little bit better, but it works. And I did the jumper to where the lights are supposed to come on, but I still don't think those things come on. So maybe I actually read it wrong. So the lights aren't coming on, so I don't know what I did wrong there. I have to read the instructions, but I think that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.